What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Make sure to throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak. Make sure to throw those A's in the chat right now if you can hear my voice. Let's go ahead and open up the chart here, and we're observing meta, right, team? So I want to tell you, and I want to go ahead and be as nice as I can be with this, right? But the Arca Bulls trading team has been in this with me since about 5 minutes, 7 minutes before market open. We are now 3 green trades in on the day and looking pretty good, right? 2 of which were my personal, 1 of which this was actually a discretionary trade from the members themselves. So it's looking good. And the analysis from yesterday that we were talking about, Meta dropping a potential 20 points, 17 to be exact, right? It's let's just say it's happening, right? So so it's looking pretty good, right? Today the open on the daily, that was 366.32, currently sitting at 359. We just dropped all the way down to 358.61. So yeah, we've already taken day trades on Meta, and was it Tesla team? What did we do? I forgot what it was. Smoke Screen, what is up, man? You're on the line. Good to see you too. And Billy Mac, what is up, man? Hey, Yogi, and my B, what's up, dude? Oh, Daniel, what the hell? Thank you so much. I love you so much. That means a lot to me. I can't tell you. And yeah, that being said, your boy is definitely trading a demo account, right? Until they decide to open up the gates for Arca, right? They are preventing Arca from trading. Screw them, right, team? But everything is good. Everything is okay. As long as you're winning, then I am winning with you. Okay, I love what we're doing here. And just to give a little validation here for a continuation to the downside, Tesla is currently validating that resistance, right? We got a closure beneath the linear regression band in the mid band, and Tesla is now testing the resistances here from that mid. I will say that it's a little dangerous, seeing that we have the EMA 9 and the EMA 7 as well as the SMA 5 right below price action on the 5-minute time frame. So that can, that sometimes that can support things for a continuation to the upside. This is technically a bear play. It is not. Oh, Danielle, what? I didn't expect that. Danielle, I love you. Thank you. That's really kind of you. I promise I promise I'm going to try to continue being the best Arca that I can be for you. Steve Thompson saying, I love the Discord and the Discord family. Well worth the sign up, peeps. And I meant it, team. I really meant it. I meant to say that if you guys are willing to, go to the toll booth and putting in 2 quarters in that, then I would try to return that money that same day, right? I appreciate you, team, so much. Okay, so the Tesla SMA 50 could be an area for us to resist from. Like I said, right, this is a little dangerous here when we're hovering above critical moving averages, even if we're breaking the linear regression band and the hourly, right? So, and I'm going to repeat it again. We still don't have, I still don't see a current setup, right? I want to be as safe as I can as well. To be honest, if I was trading by myself, I would have taken other trades already. But it's a good reminder to have the Arca Bulls team here, because it's a way to keep myself leveled. It's a way to keep myself away from FOMO, away from whatever, the daily challenges. What's Double X, my brother? Good to see you here. Actually, what I was telling the team is that, you're seeing Danielle here with a very nice donation for me. That's more than I can ask for. But the reason why, I'm sure she's over there thinking, man, this guy can't trade it. Right, so I'm actually, I just tried a live trade again on my Dash Trader, and it's rejecting me, right? So it's still having issues there. However, I did do some green trades on simulator trades, right? So we're actually green there. But they were practice executions so that I can be able to maintain myself sharp, right? No matter what, the field is still there. You can still run it, no matter the Olympic flag or not, right? So it's just the field. Right, it's a good place for a rehearsal, and in this case, man, it almost feels like a damn dress rehearsal. The performance disguised as a rehearsal. But Bob saying, Arca, how can we give on Venmo instead of giving Google some of the right, yeah, because YouTube has that. I think that, yeah, I think I have to give them back like 17% of whatever I get on YouTube or Google, right? They definitely they definitely hit you with that negative. But I will say that Venmo, it would be at Arca Bulls. I'm just gonna go ahead. You just search at the bottom on your application, right? So on your application where it says the big V, the little blue button, right, on your phone, you click on that, and then the search bar comes up on top. You just search at Arca Bulls, and then you'll see the the logo, the A, in extreme graphics, right? Purples, blues, all that thing that I use all the time. Bob, I appreciate you asking that so much. Thank you so much. And Danielle saying you're so amazing. You deserve that and more. Best professor I've ever had. Anyone who hasn't leaped onto the Discord is missing out huge. You know what? I keep on talking about it, and I haven't even I haven't even given the invite link to the Discord to the YouTube viewers, right? So yeah, thank you, Danielle. Here is the link for you to join. What I will say is that you may have a little bit of trouble joining. You're going to see the team here, right? You're going to have a little bit of trouble joining from a phone because of the Discord setup. So you may just have to go ahead and subscribe on a computer, and then everything will be accessible through your phone. I think I should say that often now because there's always a problem there, right? So another thing to look at here on Tesla, yeah, guys. So YouTube, what you're looking at here is actually the Arca Bulls members that are presently with me, right? So everyone is in here from really early in the morning and trading right at market open, even before that, right? So let's come back here to the Tesla screen and take a look. Smoke Screen, thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate you. I hope to see you in there, I hope to see you in there, my dude. Hey, Galvin, good to see you, my bro. Meta puts. Let's go ahead and observe Meta right after this little take here. So Tesla is setting up another play. What I will say is that I personally think that a conservative scalp would be to close beneath 213.53. And then for a conservative downside continuation, we would certainly need closures and confirmations below 212.35. Okay, so that is going to be the ultimate condition here in order for us to continue to the downside. So now that we know that Tesla has that, let me just take a look at volatility one more time and feast your eyes on the volatility metric here, team. We are literally a point and a half, at 1.5 points from completely firing off this signal, right? So I hate that we're not there yet, considering all the volatility that we face today. So really tough condition here. But as soon as we get this, guys, I am literally telling you that Tesla still has downside to consider here. Even more so than the 35 points we've already dropped from our initial call out, right? I'm really thinking that this has a continuation to the downside into maybe the 184, 185 million cryptic. We're looking at this the other day. You guys are familiar with those targets. All right, team. So yeah, it's setting up pretty nicely. I do think that we, by the end of the day today, we may be able to touch on that 15% of volatility, thus firing off the signal at the open of today's candle, right? So that we'll see, right? But I will not force a trade, and I will certainly not force volatility here, because the condition that I measured, the backtest, this, right? What you're observing here is the volatility versus stochastic momentum backtest, right? On the bi-daily time frame throughout its entire trading history. That is the condition here, right? So that would be any time that volatility starts to expand from that critical contraction zone. Both of the moving average, white line, and the volatility component must be with an upside pivot and beyond that 15% in order for us to fire off a signal here that can lead to a further downside, team. Another 20 potential points, another 20 to 30 maybe, right? So that's 35 total iterations on the bi-daily chart, which means that we have 29 guessed correctly to the downside. So that gives us a downside accuracy of almost 83% with an average breakdown of almost 15%. So the standard deviation here, I calculated that too. 68% of the results are landing at almost 10% decline, which means that we're getting about a 10 point move to the downside. I would say 7 to 10 point move to the downside. Points being dollar value. Okay, 214 to 213 is 1 point. 213 to 212 is another point. Your ticks are based on the cents. So 76 cents to 77 cents is 1 tick up. Okay. So when I'm speaking points, know that I'm speaking of whole numbers, percentage, or dollar value. All right, just a quick little educational note for the team there. And yeah, yeah, team, we're looking good there. Let's take a look at meta now, right? We still have some requests for this because yeah. So look at this, team. This is literally what we were talking about. We would get that initial breakdown, right? And then we would get the push back up. It just happened the way that we spoke about, right? The very, very same thing we talked about. Hey Candace, good to see you here. I'm gonna take a look. What time frame are you looking at, Powder? It looks kind of like it in the hourly time frame, but honestly, that's already way beyond the target. It made it. Unless there's another one right now on like a 5 minute or something. maybe actually. That 5 minute time frame actually does look like a dead cat. I'm not gonna lie. And it certainly has enough resistance to start kind of curving here. Good eye, dude. Good eye on that. If this is, yeah. Remember, 5 minute time frames. They're. Let me see the RSI. Oh, the RSI definitely needs to get into this 32% of retracement. It definitely could benefit from the gravitational zone for a continuation to the downside. So yeah. I think that. Let me see. Is yeah, okay. Bearish divergence, volume versus price on the 5 and a 2. Man, remember, it's just that these micro time frames, they have a higher probability of invalidation. Right, so at this point, we can start to maybe speculate. Right, the problem here is that as we have the SMA 50 up here at 365.41, and price action is not that far from it. Right, so that is always a problem. The resistance, the real resistance here would be the pre-market high, the one that we were the one that we were speculating on before, just like the one we used for the scalp, 362.95. Bob, yeah, we're gonna get a Fed speaker. Damn it, I haven't back tested that guy. I don't even know if he moves the markets. I mean, they all of them except, for maybe 2, but really it's Jerome Powell, right? So I'm just saying that European Central Bank. Oh, gotcha. Apologies. I thought you were talking about. We have a couple Fed speakers today. I think Options posted in the community chat here. I think he did. Where did you post? Was it on strategy or community, brother? You posted an image regarding the speakers today, and I think I really don't know if that guy can move it or not. I'm browsing. We had already 2 earlier and 1 later. Oh, okay. Yeah. So here's the. It could still be right. It could still be a dead cat, but this for me, it almost feels more like a V-shaped recovery. And that V-shaped recovery could be the top side of the SMA 50 as a rejection for a continuation to the downside. But guys, I'm also going to be honest. I don't think I don't think we've had you know what, you don't want to jinx things like this, right? But I think we've been green for like a few days straight now. Damn. But yeah, I'm really appreciative of that as well, right? It just it shows, right, that 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 there is consistency in the trades, and there is you know, you hear that all the if you're studying the trade, you're going to hear that often. You're going to say I became consistently profitable at, and whatever other comment comes by that, right? So check it out, team. 5 minute time frame candle piercing the pre-market low, which honestly could be the condition here to set for a run to the upside. Immediate resistance could be identified at 364.77 to about 365.36. So that could be an area to consider, right? But here's another thing: is that if it does close beneath the, I just don't like the exposure over here, so it's not really convincing me, right? So if it does close above 362.98, which is the pre-market low, then this can be considered a complete V-shaped recovery and a continuation to that SMA 50. If it closes above, right? I'm sorry, that's conditioned if it closes above. I'm sorry. So if it closes below it, then there may be a little bit of a retracement to keep into consideration here. But remember that we still have the EMA 7 and the SMA 5 below us. That could still play a heavy role of support. What I do know is that the hourly time frame RSI could be reaching its max point here. And if it does reach all the way up to the SMA 14, I don't know, but I'm wondering if that could be the SMA 50. The correlation between its SMA 14, the hourly SMA 14 with the 5 minute SMA 50. I'm wondering if that's the correlation there. Not back tested. That's completely something that I use discretion, and I use my own personal eye, my line of sight, right? And I'll let that kind of guide that. So yeah, so 1 minute and 56 seconds left to close out this to close out Meta. So now to answer the question in short, Galvin, I'm thinking. Galvin asked me earlier, right? He asked what would be the the potential here for Meta puts. So unfortunately, we're in the 50% of returns, right? So this could be a mean reversion at play on a 5 minute time frame. We could actually validate that too. Let's. I know. Oh man, I know it's a little. I hate it that I have it like this. Hold on. I need to fix my script here so that it doesn't do that. Let's take a look at this. I'm still getting a bad read here. Let me open up Meta on another one and take a look at this 5 minute time frame and see if it's reverting into alert spy crossing beneath 471.15. Oh, old notification. I got to get rid of some of those. Okay, let's see. So Meta. Let's do a reversion variant. 5 minute time frame. Yeah. So we're where we were at 363.17. I was already speculating that we were at the 50% at the mean reversion. So that 363.78, let's see how close it is to the SMA 50. So let's pull up averages here. So our SMA 50 is located at 365.37, and our mean reversion is at 363.79. We just got to quit. I mean, I wouldn't, guys, I know that this has buy and sell signals. I wouldn't trust these as much. I'm still working on the algorithm here for these, okay? I know you will have this, but I'm still working on the conditions for buy and sell. They're a little wonky and different time frames. I know that some people that have this like used it. I'm like, dude, don't use that. I'm still working on it. But yeah, this we do have a 363.64 now reversion point, which is fair enough. Kind of at there already. Katie Cat, good morning. Heading home for a funeral this week. No trading and driving for me, lol, but I'll be listening. Thanks for the company. Katie Cat, I'm really sorry to hear that. My condolences to you and your family and friends. And I hope that everything's okay, and I hope that you're okay, right? So I really I respect what you're saying. I respect what you're saying about, especially respecting your psychology, knowing that you could put your portfolio at risk. But Katie, thank you so much for being here, and absolutely happy to keep you company, dude. Pennington, Cryptic, and Katie, they have a good relationship. You know what I mean? They're chilling. Cryptic means the best, dude. It's they just joke around. Uh, that's their insider trading. Both. Uh, good times. Off grid gorilla, my bro. I didn't want to. Okay, I wanted to ask you yesterday, man. But the line got cut off because of battery or something. Right. So off grid gorilla is saying good morning. All just wanted to stop in and say hello and let everyone know that gorilla is alive. Had a health issue, still dealing with, but I'm on the road to recovery. So yeah, cryptic is look, dude. Let me show. And by the way, off grid gorilla, do not uh do not fret. I'm gonna put you in the damn Arca Bulls thing. Which, by the way, I need to get in touch with the dude who develops this thing. I hate it that he didn't help me out with this last thing that I couldn't figure out. But I will have all of my analysts back in. Alpha Trader sitting outside, man. I have my brother was sitting outside until recently. But OGG, I was gonna ask you yesterday when we were on the line if you were okay if I shared the details. Right. So I didn't out of respect because our line got cut off. And yeah, but my dude, I'm very happy to see you. And like I told you yesterday, man, I can't tell you how annoying your situation was, but I'm just beyond happy to see you here, my brother. Very good to see you. You have no idea the jokes, but Cryptic, I already told him too. I told him everything. Oh yeah. So where we left off yesterday, OGG, where we left off yesterday, he's saying yes, totally okay for you to share what we discussed. That's awesome. I wanted to make sure to have your blessing on that. I didn't want to front run that because it's incredibly personal to you, and I understand how sensitive things can be there. 5 minute time frame, bearish engulfing potential here, breaking beneath the prior bar low. This is starting to set conditions to retrace back into that day's low. Team 358.61 would be our conservative trade. Breaking below that could introduce a continuation to the downside. Now, please remember that if you are in with shares, you're in the money still. You're still good. I would continue holding here. As the back test is giving us a potential of a 17-point drop on Meta over the next on average is 11 days, but of course you don't want to, you don't want to trust the 11 days. You just want to be reactive to price. Yeah, yesterday what I was telling you, OGG, was that the craziest thing happened, man, when you know how I post up a video of like finger potentially showing weakness, right? I'll put my video thread of analysis and I will immediately get like slaughtered, right? I would immediately get chased down. Fools are hounding me, finding my house, doxing me and everything, right? What I will say though is the difference between putting a kind of a negative outlook video on Tesla versus finger, my dude, they do not compare. And what I mean by that is that putting out a negative video on Tesla unleashed the hounds of hell on me. I mean bad. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, so we can ease off a little bit, right? And chill. But yes, man, that was a ridiculous amount of hate coming out for putting a Tesla vid. Dude, it does not compare, man. Like the budget, it's a whole nother level. That's what I can say. There's levels to this shit. Oh man. Lyrics on lyrics. If you know, you know. Right? So, man, yeah, dude. Ridiculous, man. No way. Is it really? LQR completely banishing the downside from yesterday. And I will say that LQR bounced from the zone I spoke of, right? 169 to 182. And this is okay, check this out. 4-hour potential here. This is in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Closing this 4-hour candle would completely be a bullish engulfing, right? Green candle engulfing the prior red one. Arguably in a downside, right? I still give it some credibility here. The resistance that you're facing now on LQR is this, right? The SMA 14, it is in the gravitational zone of the RSI in this point. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of pressure, but it definitely has the potential to cross above it and continue, right? So I do believe that your resistance here is going to come up. There's another resistance at 322, so you're right at 313. And guys, if you are in the money on LQR and this thing is actually presenting to you an opportunity to remove some risk from your portfolio or from your exposure, definitely consider doing that, right? Because you never know, this thing could retrace and continue to the downside, okay? So please make sure to keep that risk in mind. African, you tried to bring it up earlier, OGG's thing? OGG saying that's funny. Yes, Tesla people are crazed group for sure. So dude, I think and I will say this, that I put up the meta video for last night, dude, and I didn't get any hate, you know. So African saying Powder Slave saying Nvidia looks like it wants to slide up. So yeah, please remember that this is what we were observing earlier, right? So we were observing the mean reversion. So we got that mean reversion support down here, and we're bouncing from it. So that was the condition. Either we continue it, or we don't. So that was the signal for support. And when I said that you guys would have this indicator as well. So team, that's another thing that I wanted to share with you. When you become an Arca Bulls member, you will also receive the actual scripts to some of my most utilized indicators that I use, right? So I am already putting them up as files for you to be able to acquire them, implement them into your trading view, and further manipulate if you would like, right? So I would really like to see if I have any other coders in the community. So go ahead and mangle them, do what you will, show me your talent, and use the Arca Bulls proprietary indicators for that advantage, right? So yeah, we have a very nice. Also, here's the other thing: the 547. That's where the 547.26, I think it was. That's where the mean reversion was sitting, which is by the way, the 4-hour low is 547.40. So that bounce was also the daily average true range of 792, I believe it was. It's now at 906, right? Huge range. So yeah, we bounced right from the average true range at that moment and recovered. So this was a very interesting setup. There's no way that I could have told you let's long it now, because it wasn't made by a closing condition. The speculation would be that price action would support or fail the mean. But yeah, that was a very good observation. Let's see. Daniel saying, I'm asking only for the education. Why do you not take calls for Tesla on the way up? I'm not considering it at all. It's just a question. Well, because the back test for Tesla is for the downside, and it's a huge downside. I don't like trading Tesla regularly. Tesla is very choppy. It's not the best for options. Tesla is good for shares. So if you trade shares on Tesla, you can trade the direction based on a swing play or based on a day's trade, because you'll know that you're going to get from point A to point B. But that point A to point B, check this out. Look at the hourly candles here. You're looking at a top range here of 217.63. The thing starts to decline. It reaches down to 213, and then rocket ships all the way to 219 or 220, and then continues to the downside. That is not good for options. So Tesla is not I generally don't trade Tesla, right? It's just remember that this was a huge speculative downside that we were going to face on Tesla's price action, which, by the way, 5-minute time frame closure, 3 minutes and 56 seconds closing beneath 212.35 would introduce a continuation to the downside here. What's up, Aiden? Good to see you, my bro. Slowly getting back in. Dude, I've been good, man. Been good. And like I said to the team, just kind of hold off for just a little bit, because I'm going to make sure to get my analysts back in the Discord and the relatives and close friends and stuff. So hold off. Do not spend that money, especially as a college student, right? I know what you're dealing with here. So do not spend that money just yet. And I'll be able to get you back in there. I just need this dude to finish off my damn Discord. He's being annoying as all hell. So the break here, team, 212.35. It would be critical for us to get that for a downside continuation. So arguably, this could also be, I don't know, actually, not really. It's just the 5-minute time frame appears to have the shape of a dead cat bounce. Honestly, it could be. Let me just put the target there. Anyway, and this is another thing that me and Cryptic were speculating on just yesterday. Remember that we were talking about how many times dead cat bounces happen on the Tesla asset. So a lot of things for us to observe, right? Raw price action is something that you want to keep an eye on normally. So 209 is the bottom side of this range, which, by the way, if you start to look at the linear regression band on the hourly, it looks like it's a complete downside there. So let's now open up the daily, make some math here. Okay, so the daily time frame showing us that we have an opening of 214.86, so pretty much 215, right? So 215 to 212, or 213 because we're so close to it. We're only $2 in that ATR. This has an average true range of $8.28. Okay, so 215, that means that you'll get a cut at 207, and the downside target that we're looking at here is 209.12. Now, let's go back to the hourly and speculate on this will surprise you. Let's speculate on the 207 target. Next candle has a 208, this candle here, 208.22. And the discretionary support that I've been talking about here is located right here, 207.81. The complete average true range based on discretion and mathematics. So looking good. It's looking good. And I'm not saying that this is a valid dead cat on the 5-minute, but it's curious that it is giving us those targets. So for now, this is at risk. In 26 minutes, this is at risk of creating a tweezer bottom on the hourly. Okay, so do not risk any play until you get the break and closure beneath 212.35. Wait for the validation here. We need to wait for validations, or else you will get slaughtered and dragged across the ground. Do not go in. This is not an entry, okay? Because at this point, this is a bullish signal. We could retrace here hard, okay? This thing could reverse and go all the way to the freaking top side, 214, break that resistance, continue on. You do not want that. Let's see. So Meta, January 26th, we're looking at 355, 352. It really is whatever you can afford, because Meta is volatile enough. Cryptic Trader is saying wait for confirmation. Completely agreed. Gal saying I see how the price is going down. Well, yeah, it's gonna have a zigzag here for sure, right? And let's see. Cryptic saying do not go in yet. Completely agree, team. We do not have a setup. Do not go in. Risk off. Right? Stay cash until you have validations and confirmations in play. Oh man. So yeah, so let's see, talking about contract. Yeah, the strike price is what you're speaking of. So remember that if you start giving in to the upper and further out of the money contracts, you start to diminish the probabilities of reaching at the money. I understand that we're not betting on getting the options contracts to reach at the money. The real value is coming from the extrinsic portion of the options contract, right? So what we're doing here is betting the downside from a far away a very close expiry from a far away target. So if the asset is trading at 212, your put contracts could be in the 190 or 200 or something, right? Way out of the money. So those options contracts down there, they're high risk, high reward, but know that your delta is very small. So when you start getting to closer to at the money, right? So when you're looking at 209 puts or 210 puts, those will often give you the higher delta. You're going to be looking at close to 50 cents of delta or just under that, right? So you can also think of your delta as the probabilities of reaching the money or in the money. So as you get closer to at the money strike prices, you'll be able to use delta as the probability for going in the money. So if it's a delta of 47, you have a 47% chance that you're reaching in the money. If you have a delta of 52% chances that you're reaching in the money, right? So then when you go further out of the money, you'll have your delta of 27. Then you can look at that as a 27% probability that you can reach in the money or at the money, right? So a quick little pro tip there for options trading. Okay, team, just know that you can use delta as a probability factor. Okay, not everyone knows that. Definitely take that and run. Right? So I must remind the YouTube members team that any day now, as soon as I figure out that final little thing on Discord to get friends and family in, and also the analysts in, I will completely go silent for day trading and dedicate it to the Arca Bulls members. I believe the Arca Bulls count in the server is now approaching 70 people, so it's looking pretty good. We're at 64 members right now, so consider joining the Arca Bulls trading team, because that's where we're going to be executing some of these trades. Let's see. I look at delta as the sensitivity of the options contract, and understood that delta is how much you make for every dollar increment, how much you lose for every dollar increment too. Now, the thing here is that delta is magnified by gamma. Gamma will also add or decrease the delta. So if you have a gamma of 20, that means that you're going to add for every dollar increment completed 20 cents to your delta. Right? So it all works together. Your Vega would be a metric of percentages of volatility, implied volatility, your IV. So if you have a 170% read of volatility and it goes to 171, that would be 1 point of Vega, which would be whatever Vega is, 0. Sometimes 007 or 07 or something, times 100 shares added to your delta as well. Okay, so yeah, delta is completely mangled around. But yeah, I mean, it has high sensitivity. But yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah. The closer to at the money, the lesser the risk. Right, but the higher the delta. So you'll give away, or you'll release delta if you reach further out of the money into the higher risk plays. It's not bad, because the thing here is that as it gets closer to at the money, your delta would naturally increase. But when you go in the money from calls or puts that you had just slightly out of the money, my goodness, man, that's your delta would magnify. It would completely magnify. And that's how some of these, you have gamma ramps or gamma squeezes. You can also see, what are called IV pumps, right? So you would get implied volatility pumps. and that would create the opposing side to experience something called an IV crush, the implied volatility crush. So that would be you. That would be you getting an incredible volatility read towards the upside, meaning that your metric to the upside is completely bi-directional. So it can be higher volatility for both upside and downside, both long and put, short and long, really. So getting an implied volatility pump on your stock before it on your options contract before it happens is completely ideal, and that's what I usually do. That's what you guys use, like today. Those were all IV pumps. So you look for the break of volatility. You're waiting for it to start expanding from the contraction zone. So there are a lot of metrics that I'm paying attention to all in one shot in order for me to determine what that can be. So Cryptic saying you get to see how they run. For example, Tesla is hella choppy 100%. That thing is not in options. It's not the best for options, right? So ENPH runs smooth if it breaks, etc. ENPH is a great asset to look at for intraday trading, right? Opening range, that thing has explosive moves towards the beginning of the day. You can actually see it in the chart. Pull up your daily chart, pull up your 12-hour chart, zoom out and see, or I'm sorry, your hourly chart, right? And see what it's like at the first hours of the day. Let me hold on, team. Man. Yeah, options. That was man. What was it? The issue with the Simi Valley. That kind of started it all, right? Yeah, banks were in play. Banks were completely in play. Good morning, everyone. Been away with the family and been frustrated in that I cannot get the stream and cannot hear the voice. I keep getting this error when I try to join. I have more to go over on my phone to listen. Any suggestions? Thanks in advance. Joe, you cannot hear me right now? And he's also traveling to Senor Pennington. Let's take a look at Netflix here. Wow. So, I have bad feelings about banks. You have bad feelings about, yeah, especially in real estate, man. Yeah, of course. Dude. Them and and also institutions, brokers and stuff, or lenders really. They are shade. Not everyone, of course, man. There are some that play by the book and definitely keep it real. But they definitely, those crooked guys really put in a terrible name, and I'm sorry, Danielle, I did not react to what you said earlier. My apologies. What I will say is that I completely agree with you by being done with the trade, right? You have 3 green trades for the day. I completely agree with maintaining yourself free from any further trades. I honestly sometimes my max trading is around 4, sometimes 5, but I will be very exhausted. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I can do 6 or 7 as well. I'll definitely do it. But what I will say is that I think that my cap, and the one that I should respect more often than not, I would respect the 3 to 4 day trades, because that's tough. I mean, I will be exhausted, right? So I mean, super exhausted. Dude, what that 220 put went 1.1 million percent. Dude, that thing, so you're telling me that you bought it for $5 and it went to $115? Danielle said, what's Lou? Dude. Oh my goodness, man. That is insane. Oh yeah, it mirrors it. It mirrors it, okay. They definitely can't lie about that. So you'll be able to catch the you'll be able to catch the options value there as well. It certainly makes it more like a slot machine in Robinhood, man. I used to live in the Upper West Side, and I met. No way. He's 6'4" and full of blubber. Julian, what's up, Julian? My thoughts on GTII, my brother. Oh man, that's a tough one, buddy. Let's take a look. No problem at all, man. Douglas Ong, my dude. Just got off. Just got off work and missed the start of the call. What's the outlook for the meta play? Douglas, dude, also send me a message in the Arc University, because you could, I can give you access to continue on the track 4 students. They just finished candles a week. We just started week 2. So if you want to gain access to that, send me a DM on, I think you and I spoke on Twitter, right? I remember, you'll be surprised. I remember all my master students. So send me a DM on Twitter, and I'll go ahead and give you access to the track 4 students. We're doing 6:30 p.m. Pacific. I know that you're working kind of critical hours, medical field, right? So that's something that you could consider, my dude. I want to make sure that you are benefiting off of all those things. So you as my master student, I want to be true to you. So definitely consider reaching out to me as soon as possible, and I'll go ahead and give you access to that. But in respects to meta, let's see. Let me take a look at this more like in an hourly time frame, right? So we're completely validating some resistances here. I can see us coming back up to test yet again, and it may not actually happen, right? Because at the present moment, we're resisting from pre-market lows at 364.40, right? So if we can get this hourly closure in 11 minutes beneath the pre-market low is actually down. I apologize. That's actually down here at 360.64. Douglas saying, yeah, awesome. Yes, we did. You have a great memory. Yes, I'm a nurse. Unfortunately, on nights still, I'll hit you up on a DM. Thanks. Douglas, I got you, my brother. So anything that I can do to help, please consider that, right? So the mentorship, it's now a mentorship program, which, by the way, you'll have complete access to, because remember when you first started, it was only an 8-week program, and now it's turned into 17 weeks, and it has a lot of added topics into that. So I would really love for you to benefit from that. Just know that you're going to have access to the Arc University, to the ArcU Discord, right? So you'll be able to catch the lessons anyway. And if you do decide to catch the lessons or the lectures outside of the live, make sure to keep in contact with me, because I would love for you to participate in the assignments and drills, and I'll still be able to guide you through it. But I got you, my dude. You send me whatever you can, and I'll try to be there for you as much as I could. All right. So anyway, back to meta. I'm going to be honest here. I think I'm going to be safer, or I'll feel safer with a break of 363. And we're currently trading at 364.22, and we definitely don't have that confirmation just yet. Douglas saying, I have loads to catch up on and looking forward to every second of it. Thanks for your support, bro. One of the greatest on YouTube. I appreciate you so much, my dude. And don't look at it as catching up, right? Just look at it as, let's go ahead and clean the slate and start all over and make sure that we can be consistent, because I didn't release this to track 1 students until it was maybe track 3. But the idea behind the lectures and the mentorship program is so that I can display to you what my system is, starting from candles all the way up to the mathematics and all that stuff. and we would be using every single week to stack on, right? So we're going to learn the skill from week number 2, then we're going to use it on week number 3, right? Then we're going to use week 2 and 3 for week 4, then we're going to use and so on, right? So it's literally layering the cake here. And this is a good way for you to understand what a true system looks like, and then what you can do to build your own, because it would be the worst thing for you to just follow on someone else's system that was, you know, I built it around my character. I built it around who I am. So by displaying this to you, you'll be able to mangle it and attenuate it, right, as best as you could. And then you'll start to see that, oh, okay, well, Arca uses this indicator. I don't like that indicator. He uses this formation theory. I'm noticing that this formation doesn't really have a good strike rate. And then you literally start manipulating it little by little until you create a great system that is built for you, man. And that's how it goes, man. So I appreciate you for coming on by, and let's continue on here for the analysis on meta, right? Because that was your initial question. So I actually had it in my mind for the last 3 weeks to reach out to you, and I kept on forgetting. And the moment you came in here, I'm like, here it is. I need to make sure to tell him. So I really appreciate you coming on by, my dude. And I know that you're probably super tired over the overnight shifts. But yeah, let's observe price action here for meta. The firing off of the signal was a massive downside play here. We're looking at an 82% probability for a 5.5% downgrade. So rejection or downside, right? So this means that it can potentially drop anywhere between maybe 9 to 17 points. So remember, points being dollar value, 364 to 365 is a point. So if we are going to get a pump to the upside, I do not see this as more than validation of resistance. 7 minutes to close this candle here, and let's take a look at the LRC, which is a linear regression channel, and that will tell us sort of a bias. Okay, that's where we're resisting from. And I think I may have spoken about this. Aiden, yeah, completely, dude. Check this out. So this is where everybody's sitting in right now, right? These to your left are, you can't even really see it, right? There's a whole bunch of people in here, but yeah, everybody is talking in here. Cryptic Trader right now, literally releasing the news that he is actually the real Arca. So for the real Arca, please stand up. Dude. Oh man. And let's see. But yeah, Aiden, that's what it's looking like. And hold on, let me come back here because I was still talking about meta real quick, and I definitely got to get the thoughts in the GTII. Douglas is saying, sounds good. Let's do it. I'm all for it. Thanks for the explanation. What a dude. I got you, my bro. And by the way, Meta 350p for next week went to 220 this AM. Wow. That's a really should have cut, but now I'm thinking about adding or averaging down with a second contract. Watched your meta analysis vid last night. Yeah. So I mean, the downside here is that you're gonna get zigzags, right? So it will do that thing, right? The little stock market thing that it just goes up and down. The upside to this is that we know the direction. So, and now honestly, the toughest thing for a smaller account would be looking at a 364 per share, asset here. So you really can't do like, I'm going to short this 500 shares because who the hell really has that money? You know what I mean? It's not a lot of people that have that kind of leverage unless you're really margin trading a $50,000 to $80,000 account, right? So that's okay. But if you're not doing that, then that kind of volume is not really in our scope. So that means that options would be the next best thing. So if you are looking at options on this, I would be I would be looking at your February 16th expiries. And I am speaking of simulator trading, of course, just to be safe. We are talking about paper trades, right? So yeah, I'm looking at the February 16th expiries, and if I can be ever so honest as to what strike, I mean, a healthy, it could be a 355 strike. They're currently sitting at about 60, around $67 right now. That's not bad, right? So, I mean, the better ones, honestly, would really be the 360 to 362.50. I get it. But remember that those were June 19th. So if I'm looking at February 16th, actually, hold on. I'll give you a different one because there's so much money. In this case, February 16th, because you're playing with time, right? You're getting the advantage of time. That's why you're getting all this huge pump. Then in that case, because I personally don't have that big of a pocket, I'm immediately looking at your 285s to your 295s, right? $84 to around 130. So that's me giving away a lot of delta, right? Because the closer you get to at the money, the better your delta would be, right? So you'll have a higher delta at 350, way higher than you would at 290. The delta would be the metric that you would make per every dollar increment, right? So that would be a delta of like 55 or 60. That would be a delta of 60 cents times 100 shares per contract for every dollar that you go up or down. That's your gain. Your gamma then would be the metric for every dollar completed. It would also add as a bonus to your delta. Think about it as like a little bonus feature. Your gamma would magnify your delta. So you're giving away gamma and delta by increasing your out of the money strike, right? So definitely lower delta at 290, way lower than your 350. So eyeballs on that potential too, but me personally speaking, we know the direction on this. We're getting a validation of resistance here in 1 minute and 47 seconds. It would be way better if we close at 363, but closing this hourly candle beneath the 364.54 already gives me the idea that we may continue to the downside from here. It's going to be a little choppy because that 363.07 is essentially a support. So eyeballs on that. The conservative trader would probably wait for the break of 363.14 and then continue on. And I know that you were looking at your position like completely in the money down here at 358, and then as soon as you start reverting back, you're going to be out of the money or you're going to be in the red, right? But that's natural. And me personally speaking, I tend to set a very wide 25 to 27% stop on options, especially the ones that are close to expiry. Now, you can be a little wider with the ones that you're swinging. 48 seconds left to close this hourly. Very curious to see what it's gonna do. Let's see. Technical terms: squiggly, line, and zigzag. Actually, Danielle, zigzag is a historical term in stock trading. It's actually the OGs used to use that, the word zigzag. So Off-Grid Gorilla, which one, buddy? Meta? I didn't see when you asked me. I'm so sorry, OGG. Please let me know. Here it is, team. 9 seconds left to close. 7, 6. You're getting a 7-second delay at YouTube, right? The Discord team is getting immediate response. Here's the hourly close. It technically closed below, right? So let's see what it does because it opened above. Sounds like a whole movie. Oh my goodness, man. Let's see what this does. Yeah, man. Earlier, did we close below the linear regression and this thing just moved down at the close? Or am I imagining that? But I remember closing below. Let's see. I mean, if I could afford it, if I could afford it, yeah, 360 strikes would be the way to go. I mean, but they're also $1,400, you know? Oh, man. The February 16th 360 is so damn expensive. That's crazy, man. Yeah, this closing above the linear regression or opening above the linear regression could pose a little bit of a risk, right? But we still have resistance at 365.57. And I will say that when I guide the Arca Bulls trading team, you know, in Discord, I explain how easing in to the position is incredibly important, especially with options, right? Because it's with options contracts, you have to be more secure about your resistance and support than you are with shares, right? You definitely have to know or have high probability resistance and support targets. It's a little tighter. It's a little, you know, the conditions are very real. So when you are trading options, that's the critical component, is knowing your resistance and supports. Buzz, what is up, my dude? How are you? Unless they're YOLOs. Precisely right, my dude. The picture of where everyone is talking in trading. Yeah, OGG. So that's where I'm gonna, dude. At these guys, I was gonna explain to you this yesterday, man. The guys. I hired a couple pros for Discord to help me finish off the Discord layout because I switched over to completely private over the last 2 weeks, right? So this is the team in the voice channel, the Arc Voice 1. But now when you go into Discord, right, it locks everyone out that's not paying the $9.99. Right? So what I'm doing here is that I'm going to completely switch trading on YouTube to trading in the Discord for the members. And I'm sharing the scripts for my indicators. I'm sharing educational content. I'm sharing breakdown analyses and live trading daily. So that's what you're looking at here. This is the voice channel. This is where everybody's chilling. Let me go ahead and come back to this. So Douglas saying, I need to check out of the call and make my way home. Phone battery low. I'll hit you DM. Okay, I'll see you, Douglas. Be safe. Be well, my dude. Drive safe. And Bob saying, if you're not a member, you should be. Dude, Off Grid Gorilla is my analyst. Oh, but Bob is speaking to everyone else. But yeah, Off Grid Gorilla, please, I just need these guys to finish off that last thing I need, man. And then I'll be able to put in my analysts back. Damn it. Like, for example, Buzz could be my damn crypto analyst, and he's sitting outside just like Alpha Trader and everyone else, man. The Fern 5, he was like, you know what? Screw this. I've had it. He literally paid it. He was just like, I'm back in. What's up, guys? Oh, my goodness, man. Love it. Knew you were heading that way. Just let me know what you need from me. No, so OGG, I'm really just hoping that I can get this. I just need a role that I can be able to assign to bypass the premium membership, because when I go into that premium the premium role, Discord literally says you are unable to manipulate or change or whatever this role. And I'm like, what the hell? So not even the owner can do that. And I mean, I think that would be honestly that would be expected, right? Because that's me saying that, no, you're not going to spend your money on me, right? So how can I tell you that you're not when you are? So yeah, I understand their privacy law behind that. But I'm just trying to get that one role, and hopefully these dudes, after I already paid them, can freaking help me. The guy was like, I'm doing it right now. Literally like 2 days ago. Oh, annoying. OGG is the man. Aiden, bro, I love you, man. Danielle saying, seriously, if anyone in here is not in Discord, you are truly missing out. On huge plays with highly experienced traders. Except Cryptic Trader, he's brain dead. Cryptic is literally my right hand. That guy is an incredibly talented trader. He has discretion up the yin yang, man, and the guy trades with intuition like no one else I know. And when you combine that with a systemic trader, a systematic trader that also has discretion, you get a range with a focus in the middle, and that is the target. Dude. Hey, what's up, SA? What are you doing over there? Let me see. Are you on the phone with the mentor? Are you on the line with the Are you on the line with the Southern mentor? He's over there just giving you the play. $500 an hour. Let's see. Okay. Let's see.
What's up, SA?
Hey, what's up, SA? What you doing, buddy?
Just chilling, waiting for a play.
I know, man. Everything is such a dull setup now.
Everything died.
Yeah, everything consolidated.
Me chingué Nvidia en la mañana.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. At least you got that Nvidia. A downside play, right?
Oh heck yeah! What?
We did. Well, no, man. I thought you were gonna say that, dude. I just longed 548 to 558.
Oh, okay.
I would have been tripping.
No, I shorted the break of the 200 down to 548.
Dude, money, bro. Hell yes.
But then I've been just messing around here ever since, waiting for another setup.
Yeah, man. And I definitely.
Meta todavía no está listo.
No, hell no. Look at this, dude.
Meta's, I think it might want to come to the 100 or the 200.
Daily or down. Let me see. 5 minute. Let me pull up my averages here. The EMA 200 located at 367.83-ish, which is what the hell is that prior?
That's our red to green line. That's our prior day. That's our red to green.
You're looking at
5 minute red to green.
What is it, dude? 50 cents. Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, if we do catch that move, that would be a 4 hour. Let's see, 367, 368, right? Yeah, that's a 4 hour mean reversion. We're almost there.
Yep.
And do the 4 hour support from...
Yeah. Oof. Afternoon play.
Yeah, it's looking like...
Honestly, it was a pretty decent short if you got it. It's not as good as NVIDIA, but it was pretty decent.
Yeah, this is the one we traded, and also Tesla. But dude, I'm noticing that the SMA... Oh, no, it's not. It was a perfect 2 standard deviation multiplier. Damn, dude. This thing is following the math pretty nicely. So that means that, yeah, dude, I'm thinking 368.10 at the mean reversion, or the 5 minute EMA 200 at 368.80, whatever, paired with the prior day high. That's a critical resistance and one to likely bring price down.
Yep.
Let's see.
But like you said, it's going to take a while. That's why I keep texting everybody to chill. Like, everybody is so anxious here to take a trade. I'm like, no. That's how you lose money.
Yeah, cannot force it.
Just wait.
Team, yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real thing, because you're noticing here that you're like green, back to back days and days, and then you're like, I just want to continue this pattern here, but it's based off of setups, it's based off of confirmations and validations. If you don't have those, and then, or if you do, and then you're noticing that you don't have volatility, so no entry on options, right? So if you do and have the availability to trade shares, then maybe, right? But you need a lot of conditions to meet all at once. And we're looking at a lot of tools that we have to our disposal, and also keeping into consideration that price action is king, right? So we're keeping an eye on the candles, we're keeping an eye on momentum. We want to make sure that we can catch the inflection points or pivotal points for the confirmation upside or downside, right? So while we're sitting at 50% the dispersion of returns, we don't want to long or short that. We need the validation and guidance to tell us whether we're going to go up or down. And if you are front running the play with a belief, remember that the stats play that we're looking at, I will repeat it one more time because this is critical for you to know, right? Yes, statistical backtest right here. Arca did all that work. It's all good. But I will remind you that 82.9% or 0.9% probabilities are not 100% probabilities. So you still have an offset of 17.92%. That 17.92% is absolutely real and can hand you your ass. Oh, man.
Let's see. The only one that hasn't broken down is Tesla.
It's still pending?
I'm waiting for 212.34 break.
Oh,
but Tesla's hella choppy. I don't like how it looks.
There's so much indecision here. That looks like the daily candle may be printing like a big weird red candle. Let me see. You can't even tell what it is yet.
Right now, I have a linear regression channel at 213.51.
Let me see. On the hourly?
Yeah.
Dude, no way.
Honestly, it's gotta break the lower day.
Yeah, that's what I told everybody, that your conservative play here is to risk.
Well, actually,
yeah.
At this hour, you gotta break it and confirm it.
Yeah. Yes.
One of the things I find is that before, like the first hour of trading, you could take it on break.
Front run.
But after that, you have to confirm.
Yeah.
After that, you have to confirm.
This the break of this is what I was telling people literally about 30 minutes ago. I was telling them that the conservative trader will wait for the break and confirmation of the 212.35. That's the rule here. I do believe that this can happen, and this was when people were like, oh my goodness, should we get long to short or I'm sorry, should we get long to put or what? Are we going to short this? Like from there, I'm like, nope. This can be a tweezered bottom if it closes. We don't know if price action is going to revert to the upside. We don't know nothing yet. So yeah, we didn't get that confirmation. No play. And it's strict, team. The reason why it's strict is because we don't want to lose.
Notice ever since Option's been talking about Mama Cass, he's just putting cream pies.
What the hell? Dude, I'm so far out of the topic in that. I don't even know what's going on there. I'm like about to trade. I'm like, dude, what is going on here, man?
He just keeps posting
cream
pies.
Dude, they're literally,
ever since the Mama Cass topic came up.
Dude, they're literally like pastries. Like, oh, dude. Thunder Lips from yesterday. Man, we're still on that. Okay. Dude, you guys, that's how you know.
Change his name.
Okay, I see. He changed it to probably Mama whatever.
No, it's Lou. It's Lou's bald head now.
Oh my goodness. He's gonna be like, dude, I didn't change that.
Options talk so much about Mama. I think he secretly wants something.
Options.
Bro.
Do not tell me that, man.
Well, Options, guys with hot wives sometimes have ugly mistresses. So I don't know.
Dude, he just said he's married to a Russian model. How old is she, my brother? Yeah. I'm just doing it for the rest. Of course I've seen your wife, dude. I literally have the dude's wedding pictures. So yeah, he's saying I sent you my wedding photos. Dude, she's 30 years old. Banging. Bro, I will show you. Dude, I will show you a girl that is, I think she may be 50 years old, I think. I think she's 50. Okay, so take a look at if you could, take a look at the YouTube screen and look at Araceli. She's like 50 years old there, dude. My God in heaven. Dude, how do you look like that? Like, what is, dude? At 20 years old, I'll be like, who are you? 20-year-old me will be like, what? Like, I'll be like tripping and I don't even know how to react. Dude. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, but Tesla.
Don't mess with my chick, dude.
Don't mess with my chick, bro. Her name, yeah, dude. She was married to, one of the biggest.
Luis Miguel.
Yeah, to Luis Miguel. And they have 2 kids together, bro. So I mean, she was married to the biggest Spanish singer, man, romanticas, right? It's ballads and stuff. That dude, that fool's a bastard for leaving her. Bob and YouTube just say, bro, how did you get a pic of my wife? Dude, good times, man. Good times. I think, yeah, dude. This is what I was going to tell you. Your linear regression on the hourly for Tesla, we're finally seeing a match-ish. I'm sitting at 213.90. Where are you?
I'm sitting at 213.51.
Dude, that's the closest we've ever been.
Yep. I just need to break the Bollinger, which honestly is, if we break the low, we break everything. And then we got clear sitting to 210.30 conservatively, but 207.10.
Yeah, that was my 211
for today.
Yeah, the range for today, because it has it has a $9 now, or what is it set to? I think it's maybe just over $9.
This is looking like it might be, but it looked like that last time, so
yeah,
I would not. And we still got time before lunch, so but
yeah, anything can happen in this time. I think the target that you just said around 210, that was similar to the low that I was
210.30.
Yeah, and I was speaking of 211.45. So pretty much, I think dude, if anything, I'm also seeing. Oh, dude, actually, this would be tighter for me. Like 209.93, dude. Yeah, so 209.93, 210.30. That's a perfect.
210 then.
Yeah, 210. I think would be the. Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
If it breaks, you get a 2-point move.
And a huge volatility downside because it looks like it's clear as day. There's not really anything stopping price action.
Yep.
The supports are coming below 209. Damn, and may even slide. Oh, dude.
Your opportunity is coming up.
Your opportunity is coming up. Let me, why is it, dude? Bro, oh man. It is almost 90 degrees in here, man. Hold on. And everybody's like, what the hell? Where are you at, Arca? It's like freaking -6 where I am. I wish it was. Okay.
Arca's in the desert.
I'm in the freaking desert. Bro, options. Don't show her. Why?
How much did you pay for her options?
How much did you pay, bro? It's like, dude, don't put your wife, bro. What the hell, man?
I ain't putting my wife.
Dude, hold on. Okay, no, man. I'm gonna protect her. Okay, I'm gonna do this for you. Options was like,
don't put your wife, man.
As soon as I saw the picture, I'm like, that girl looks familiar. Oh yeah, damn it. Oh my goodness, man. What the heck? Hey, just noticed I earned the Roberto. Nice. Who was Roberto? Was that Bob? Bob, that's Roberto, man. Yeah, so anyway, it is now 1 degree hotter, okay? Yeah, I'm in the desert, but that should be colder in reality because, we're the seasons. So, guys, hold on just a quick moment because I need to go and manually trigger that thing. I said to myself that I was going to reboot the damn internet because all of my thermostats are not connecting. Stop it. Okay, I'm going to bring you back here to the hourly time frame. And oh, there we go. Yeah, so I'm really thinking that we can get.
Here we come.
It's almost there, man. It's almost there.
It before though. It could still flip on you and do a George W.
A George W. Dude, there is a support right there.
W.
Dude, that guy. That's literally how he said it. I remember this one time. I was
George
like,
W.
I remember I said it one time, and some dude was like, "Dude, never bring trades into the conversation again." I was like, "Dude, you know who it was?" Ah, man. I was surprised. I was like, "Man, how am I surprised when that guy had like 500,000?"
Dude would be like, his charting would be like, "Look, a George W. followed by a George W. followed by a George W."
George W. Ma, make me a hot dog. You know that was that fool, man. Damn. That guy, dude, that guy's funny as hell, man. I think I don't even know what he's doing anymore, bro. But he was not bad at options trading. Not bad. You know, he was a discretionary trader, and I would see him do it live. And, but you know, dude, a lot of people hated him because of, oh, he left. He was no longer a diamond hander. He betrayed. He sold. I'm like, dude, what? Like, all of you should have, too. Like
the dude had a heart attack live on camera.
No way. What?
Like, for real. Yeah, for real.
I didn't know
that.
Like,
nobody knew. Yeah, the fool had a pacemaker installed or something.
Damn.
I'm serious. Yeah.
Dude, I had no idea. Aiden is saying after I transfer my money into the broker, I can finally start paying for the TradingView subscriptions. And, okay, yeah. Buzz. AI24 feels disrespectful. I'm buying more. I was looking at CXAI yesterday, just taking a dump, and I'm like, dude, what the heck is going on? But it's, you know, broader market pressure. Bro made a bag. Let him enjoy it. Dude, I know, man. Yeah, that support is actually from the lows of Tuesday, the 16th. That's it's a pivot, right? It's an inflection point at 213. What is it? The low of 213.01. That's why we're facing a little bit of a little lashback here. What the hell is that, bro? Oh my goodness. I got distracted. Are we no, not yet. We want to break that 212 honestly, it would be 212.35, but if we're looking at the man, honestly, 212.18 may actually feel better. we need a break and close below it, and then we'll have a play. Because we need to be very careful here, because stochastic on an hourly is getting overextended. Well, not necessarily. It's just reaching the oversold percentile. So we want to keep an eye on that as well, right? So let's just be patient here. As I think, I'm going to be honest with you. Validations and entry wouldn't happen, I believe, until maybe after lunch or power hour. Or close to it. Yeah, Double X, we were talking about trades. My bro, dude, he was a funny guy, man. Funny guy. Let's see here. Oh man, but yeah, everything is so damn right, I forgot. It's like 81 or 91 or whatever that was. Hold on, let me go and slap that thing in the face for not turning on or off.
I ain't gonna hold overnight this time. I'm only going to shares this time though.
All right, team. Yeah, Tesla's showing that weakness there. Definitely have to wait for the closure of the. I mean, at least the 212.35. But ideally, looking back a little bit here into prior day low. That's the true break, right? 212.18, and it would be best to do it with. Pardon me. It would be best to do it with confirmation too. Otherwise, we're just gonna be. Guessing and gambling, and that's not the play. Let's see. Dude, Buzz, that's an awesome gain, my bro. Congratulations on the CXAI play. Yesterday I was just looking at its price action, but I generally don't trade it because it's a little too small and it doesn't move as fast as I would like it to. And then let's see. Oh, dang, he was shot to the socks. Let's see, just for shits and giggles, and we might even be able to find a trend with the algo. I mean, I've been paying attention to them, and they seem pretty freaking on point. But what are you saying? I rarely play the SPY anymore. It's also for the Qs. Okay, yeah, I pulled that and sticks at the same time. Nice, man. Yeah, so the QQQ is outperforming the SPY by maybe 60 cent offset, right? And not much, but it's still a larger. It's a slightly larger average true range or volatility range. So yeah. Let's see. I'll DM you a screenshot of what I mean. Okay. I will try my best in opening. Buzz, I'm sorry. Are you asking me something? I may have missed it. Let's see. It was very close. It closed above it. Very close. But Meta is reaching its 2 standard deviations, at least in the 5 minute, right? The resistance here for Meta would be the 367.44. That's critical resistance. So remember too that when you're looking at the trends on the 5 minute, you're looking at a lot of distortion. It's a lot of grain, meaning that, man, look at this price action. Holy crap! This is you would call these wall to wall moves, right? So this is a literal 358 top to almost. It could reach the entire $10. That's incredible. Very impressive. Yeah, no, what I was saying is that you're looking at a lot of grain in the 5 minute time frames, right? So you're gonna see a higher invalidation count. But you remember that, I'm just stating some of these facts for the Arca Bulls team. And you can prep. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't. Did you send it on? What is it? On Discord? Yeah. At least the hourly, right? And and I'll use them too, bro. I'll definitely use them on a 5 minute as well. But I will say that I will say that in my personal opinion, the higher strike rate would land like in the 8 hour. But I mean, 8 hour closures are also, it's oh right, 8 hour closure in 22 minutes. So yeah, Nice. Huge hammer candle here. Meta. I don't know how I feel about that. It's a dangerous move here. So let me look at this in the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame hammer candle as well. Yeah, but that's not the best in the world, as it does have the linear regression mean band and the regression from the rising wedge. So that may be the bears may use the bulls as liquidity there. So that's something to be very aware of. Except that, I mean, that would be a nice 3-point move to the upside. And it's sort of, that's actually 1 point from the standard deviation on a 5-minute. The hourly regression would be, that would be the larger move. 5-minute needs pivot breaks, not candle formations. I completely agree. I think the 5-minute time frame, that would be the confirmations below inflection, above inflection, moving average crossovers, not the moving average lines. It's price action above or below moving average, critical time moving averages, right? Like the important ones. And yeah, I think that you'd be able to play a nice range in a 5-minute time frame based on validations and confirmations, which is what we use every day. You know, it's if you haven't really caught that, then yeah. You sent it on. I'm gonna refresh my Twitter because I don't see it there, bro. Got it. Let's see. I see. Hold on. Let me look at the SPY real quick. Oh, the SPY is believe it or not, I embarrassed the SPY. It looks like the completion of an inverse head and shoulders topside target, but that turned into a rising wedge. Again, 5-minute formation's not the best to look at, right? But still, when you're looking at a formation that's been at it for like at least in the 30-minute, no. It's damn. So that we're also getting really close to some critical resistances here, and not even to mention the resistance from the prior bar high in the 30-minute time frame. Let me. I'm sorry. I was going to do something here though. So let me see the. Buzz, are you in Eastern time or Central? Let's see. Even like bull or bull flags have a very small strike rate in every time frame. Bear flags have a way better strike rate. No, remember, Powder. I believe that they work in every time frame. I believe that they do. But it belongs to the asset. So that means that if you want to use formations like those on a 5-minute time frame, I would completely consider back testing at least 150 iterations back, right? So that you can see if it has a good average. I will really consider back testing those formations in whatever asset you're trading throughout the 5-minute time frame, and that's going to tell you if the asset supports it or if it doesn't. Otherwise, you would be guessing on a low strike rate formation on any asset on a 5-minute time frame. Generally speaking, some assets may have a higher strike rate and some may have a lower strike rate. So this is why I completely encourage you to and you don't have to like write it down or nothing, right? But I mean, you're looking at 150 iterations, so you may actually want to consider one of these here in the chart, right? You may want to consider one of these like vertical lines, and then here's the other iteration, and then the other iteration, right? So yeah, I would just kind of look at its discretion, right? So that's you backtesting psychology. And with that confirmation, then you'll have the probabilities, and you'll always have the probabilities there. You'll always know that the probabilities on let's just say the probabilities here on SPY for a 5-minute bull flag are this in the last 150 iterations. The probabilities on this formation are this and that and this and that, right? So you'll have a complete data set ready for yourself. And you will never trade on a guess. You'll trade on higher probability moves. And then you'll be like, dude, why would I ever bet on that formation, on this asset, on this time frame? And you'll notice too that, I mean, it takes a lot of work, brother. So you'll notice too that the 5-minute time frame, you'll notice that the 30-minute time frame may have a better strike rate than your 1 hour time frame. And the condition has to be tight, right? So really go to the Investopedia and look at the conditions of a bull flag, right? Because I think it's one primary candle, 3 retracements plus a gainer. So I think if you're following that pattern, make sure that you're following that pattern strictly, so that you are back testing with like a zero variance curve, right? You want to make sure that you're testing a condition consistently, or else you'll have deviated results, and you don't want that. And then you'll just be really guessing at that point. So no, don't do that. Let's see. Thanks so much, Arca. Got to run. Work is calling. Kathy B, be safe, be well. Very good to see you. We'll get some more. We'll get some more plays in, but please take care of the due diligence. AMD complete retracement on the daily. Same thing with Nvidia, brother. So that actually showed a lot of downside. I wonder if we're catching some of that wind in the semiconductor ETFs. Very likely. But let me take a look at AMD as well. That, man, hourly time frame, yeah, it closed above the linear regression here on the hourly, then closed another one, and now it's continuing to the upside. 14 minutes to close this hourly candle, but please remember that would be lunchtime NYSE. Yeah, AMD is completely on a corrective move here. 5-minute time frame breaks above the EMA 200 and SMA 50. SMA 200 as well. That is signaling a potential pullback to 158.58 in the 5-minute time frame. Validation of the SMA 5 and SMA 200 likely to continue to the upside, and I can see a resistance at around 159.48. Let me see, Meta. Hold on. 4-hour time frame. Let me do the 4-hour here. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They are very similar. Let me pull up. Let me do this. And let me run. Hold on. Let me do the not the symbol. Let me do the intervals and date range so that they are rhyming. Let me get rid of the LRC, and I'm gonna run what's called. This is me like back testing conditions even still, right? So, and you know what? I feel like I almost want to do it like this instead. Let me do a log chart on all of these. Yeah, Meta felt that pressure too. Let me do this. The SPY also had a wick. Hold on. Let me see Tesla. Yeah, Tesla is still testing inflection here. We got to see what it's going to do. But let me go back to this experimental thing that I was looking at. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna run a correlation coefficient, and let me see which one would be leading the way on this. I think it would probably be NVIDIA. Yeah, let me run NVIDIA. Let's take a look at this. So correlation coefficient against Meta. I mean, yesterday we had max correlation. It's still okay-ish. It's still 0.50. Of course, anything above the zero mark is correlating very, very nicely. And honestly, this is a 4-hour time frame. I would like to see it on a weekly. Yeah, look at that. NVIDIA and Meta are rhyming off of each other at the weekly 90 percentile. So now let me run AMD against NVIDIA. So correlation coefficient, let's do it against NVDA. AMD is also in the 90 percentile of correlation against NVIDIA. Sorry, that should have been against. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's right. And then let me see Meta to AM or Meta to. Yeah, we already got this done. So 90 percentile. And now let me see actually if there's I want to see the correlation against the SPY. Meta. It may be tight still. So let's do a correlation coefficient against SPY. I was gonna do the SPX, but it doesn't matter. That's cool. Yeah, nice. It's at 87% or 88% correlation. Not as tight as the other ones, but definitely high enough to consider. Oh, US one saying the blasted VPN was blocking my connection to the video channel. Earbuds working well. Hopefully tomorrow can catch some trades. Damn it. It's good to see you back, my brother. Love it. Dude, that's terrible. Yeah, you guys. So there's a absolute correlation here in the macro time frames, right? So if we observe the closer proximities, then it may vary. Wow, in fact, yeah, it just got a little bit lower into the 80 percentile and to the upper 80s on against the correlation between each other here. So now if we push this to the daily, still within the same range, Meta is decreasing its correlation to the SPY on a daily to 63% correlation. It's still close enough, right? AMD to NVIDIA is 86% on the daily. So that's not bad. It's definitely not bad. 93, what is up, my brother? So the conditions are, I mean, to be very honest with you, I feel like we'll be able to set some nice conditions at after NYSE lunch and potentially into the power hour, right? And it would be, we have a Tesla play coming up. That would be the break of the 212.18 prior day low. So if we can get a break and closure beneath that prior day low, then we would be kind of styling here, right? So if we move on here, I'm not really certain over Meta's intentions here, but we have a 4-hour closure of a pretty big hammer candle. I honestly think that we get some upside in Meta, but that would be to validate your 369 resistance at the linear regression midband and also the rising wedge regression. So 369 to 371, a potential rejection from that point and continuation. So now let me see the Tesla. Oh my goodness, dude, that is so damn close. Oh goodness gracious, man. As soon as we get that freaking moving average to move above the 15% or at it, the signal will be completely fired. The signal is literally 98% fired right now, 97, something like that. It's looking pretty good. Let me get rid of this thing over here. Get rid of this thing over here. And Fern 5, what is good, my bro? Dude, you just missed I don't know if he's still in here, but you just missed OGG. He's fine, dude. He's doing okay. He had some medical issues, but my bro is hanging out right now. He's not quite trading just yet. He's recovering, right? But he is looking good. And Fern 5 saying TSLA looking like it's building a descending triangle to the downside. What time frame are you looking at? Let's observe. Are you looking at maybe like a 15-minute or a 5-minute time frame? Oh, no, actually, that could be seen in a 30-minute. Or let me know. I shall speculate. Let me see. Okay, yeah, NVIDIA is starting to reject a little bit. You're getting, yeah, nice. Okay, 5 seconds, 3 seconds to close beneath the moving averages. Good close. This would be validation to the upside temporarily. All right, 557.70 to around 558.05. And, price action upwards. And then the rejection would happen. And it would be ideal to start closing a candle without actually touching the moving averages. This may be it. It may not be. But if it does touch, it's not a clean close just yet. So yeah, NVIDIA getting ready for a complete retracement here, and it may actually come back down to the area of 548. Know that there is a support zone at 553.50 even still, and also remember that we are about 3 minutes from NYSE lunch. 551.90 is actually what Cryptic is saying as a target to the downside. So 551.90 is yep. 551.90 looking like this one right here, right? Let me see. 551.34. Yeah. It's right. Oh, check this out. 4-hour gap. That was what supported it. It was the regression band, but also this gap here on the 4-hour. Nice. Check it out, team. You see how the price action came back up, just like we said, right? This is usually what happens. This is called validation process. Fern, I usually don't look at that time frame. That's a very, very, how can I say it? It's a time frame that'll give you a high amount of invalidation. Meaning that things will likely not play out the way you want them. It's too much grain, too much distortion for me. My minimum time frames are probably 3-4 minutes, but really it's the 5, brother. So Ian saying, Arca, I have noticed on my headset, when you are just on Discord, I have no cutouts on your end, but YouTube running on your end, you cut in and out quite regularly. Any ideas? You fade in and out and glitch for a millisecond. My YouTube is closed on my end. Are you running 2 streams, though? Are you running the stream on Discord and YouTube? You're running just one. Then you're noticing that you're having a connection. So I am limiting you in Discord to a 1080p read. In YouTube, you can select a 1440p HD. So if you select that, then there and your connectivity or your network doesn't really support that much of information, it'll glitch. But in Discord, I'm setting the limit for the quality that you can see me at. So I'm setting it at 1080p, and that's probably why the consistency is good here on Discord. And YouTube is a little messed up for you because probably your bandwidth is not wanting to support that high quality of a return of signal. But I think I also set it in the live as a 1080p, to be honest. I don't know why it would go up to 1440p unless I do have it there by accident. I noticed it only when you start YouTube. Oh, that's interesting. What I will say is that I'm actually... Oh, options. It does sound good to you over there? Okay. You have a gig speed Ethernet direct connection. Interesting. Guys, are any of you experiencing that on YouTube at any point ever? Check it out. Under a minute to close this 5-minute time frame. EasyJ is saying, no, he's not experiencing it. Okay. My lag is like 3 seconds longer on my computer than my phone. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good question. The speed test would be good, and the read that you're trying to look for is your upload, not your download. Five-minute time frame, getting another closure here in 26 seconds. It's looking okay. Not a clean close as it's still touching the moving averages. Actually, it's touching it. Yeah, so not yet a clean close, but this would be another closure and a suggestion for a continuation to the downside. That's interesting. Now, Fern5 is saying that YouTube has been a better stream for him than a Discord. And what I will say is that in Discord, it's more of a direct connection. In YouTube, you're getting a 7-second delay. Which is kind of huge. Especially when we're, observing things in the stock market. Definitely not something you want to mess with. And that's what I meant, team. Not a clean close, right? So, again, needs another validation of resistance. And this would, yet again, be another one that's not a clean close. But this would be, if it does close beneath the moving averages, then that would be a further condition for a downside. But still no clean close. When you get a clean close, meaning that that means that you're not going to get any type of exposure onto those moving averages. So a strict rule there, right? Let's see. Options, is that yours? Your not your download, buddy. Your upload is the important one. Yeah. The download is not the one you want to pay attention to. Your upload is the one that would give you the true read. Damn. You have a very low upload, Ian. If you're meeting your upload speeds near your download, that's... Oh, it's coaxial? Okay. Yeah, you have a very low read, Ian. I think I think you're maximizing your use by doing a direct connect. But then if you have other shared devices that are using the bandwidth or your I would consider turning off like your Wi-Fi on the phone and turning off your whatever other computers near you. Turn that Wi-Fi off as well. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think Spectrum is doing. I don't think they're doing optical yet, and it also depends on your area. If for example Uverse or Verizon's whatever, it would depend on your area too. If they can reach it. Yeah, 93. That could be it, right? It sounds like his stuff might just be buffering for a split second, maybe lower quality. Another thing is that Ian. Also, how long have you had your modem and router? It may be time to upgrade that, and they upgrade it for free. Oh, they just laid out fiber optics in your area. Nice. Galvin, a clean close. Do you see? We're. I think we're gonna. I think we may potentially reach it on the following candle, but a clean close meaning that you see how these wicks. Let me. You see how this wick is touching the moving averages, and so is this one here, and this obviously this is touching all over the moving averages. We need a closure of a candle that would not be touching with its wick these moving averages. We would need it to close clean beneath the moving averages, and that would be a good confirmation close. And sometimes, waiting on that confirmation, you may be able to miss the you may be able to miss the I'm sorry, you may miss the boat on the play and everything, but it's a condition and it's a rule that you may or may not apply into your system. So if your system says, like your personal rules set, right? If your system says, I will not gain any exposure or I will not risk on unless I get a clean close beneath whatever inflection point or moving average or whatever. Now, if it does touch it, and then the price action still continues to the downside, you missed the play, you missed the play. It's okay. It didn't meet your conditions. So, and that's the great thing about trading is that some may do it, some may not. You may have a different consistency than someone else. But the market is entirely variable based on that sole fact, right? That anyone can build their system and anyone could completely create a success. Like, for example, this, right? See how the exposure is now the moving average is coming down because price action is coming down, right? But generally, some people would say, okay, I don't care about the exposure. How about this one? People will say, I don't care about the exposure or a clean close. What I want is 3 consecutive 5-minute candles to close beneath the moving averages, and then I'll make my move. That could be a condition of yours too. It really depends on how you observe the markets, and it depends on how you find your consistency. Nice. And let me take a look at Tesla real quick. Oh my goodness, Tesla's still hovering over there. I will say that at the end of lunch, if we close beneath the mid band, that would be closing beneath the mid band and a bearish engulfing. Oh my goodness, dude! There's so many profiles options, dude. I'm wondering if he can just I'm wondering if he can just up his dude, what if his router and his modem are just old as hell? You know, and is Ian, are you is your house Cat 5 ready? Like your individual rooms? Are your individual rooms hardwired? Damn, if they have the wrong coding, that would be terrible. Poor guy. Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. Cable. Yeah, it still hasn't. It still hasn't. Yeah, you know there are signal amplifiers that can increase the output from the cable to the input of your device or into your distribution system. But not even that, and not even that matches the speed of a optic. AI finally moving off 24. Thank God. Yeah, man. Tesla. This is what I'm looking at. ESK. I'm thinking that if we can get. I'm thinking that if we can get the closure in 50 minutes and 27 seconds beneath 213.56, we would be set up for a pretty good downside continuation based off of a formation 2. That would be the break of inflection and also the bearish engulfing. They have fast coax, man. DOCSIS 3.1 supports 10G. Dude, 10, but yeah, 10G, but at what distance though? Because and then also is that high? Is that higher? Is that higher in megahertz? Like, what would be the read? Because the tighter the frequency, that means that the closer you have to be within it, right? So, for example, your 5G reaching a 3.2 megahertz, it's a tighter frequency, so it doesn't reach as long of a length, which is why you have a 2.4 megahertz, so it can actually distribute further. If they amplify the nodes, that's what I was talking about. I just mentioned it earlier. I was talking about they do have signal amplifiers, so if they have the amplifier, then we're chilling. It's just really bad for your health. It's just really bad for your brain. Dude. Wow, Tesla is completely volatile during lunch. This thing is out of control. And the only reason I know that options is not based on network technology, is based on audio technology, because we I worked I was an audio engineer, and we would use fiber for stadiums. So for example, the new Mercedes-Benz stadium, that was entirely our job. Like we built the sound for that in Florida. I think it was in Florida. I forgot where it was. But yeah, the new Mercedes-Benz stadium, that's entirely our job. So we put that together. So that fiber, man, it would lose its consistency at a certain point, in which we had to add amplifiers in between to regenerate the signal and push it to the next, to the next 5,000 feet or whatever that was, man. So it was just an insane amount of cables and an insane amount of math to get the amplification for fiber to really reach its signal, the maximum strength, all the way across too, bro. Let's see. Ingress is a real thing with fiber, though, man. Yes, and watch out for the noise floor, especially. Okay, the ups. Yeah, let's see. Spectrum before I retired a few years ago. They were. Charter was that's what they had. Yeah, dude. So, my knowledge in network connectivity is a little limited. Although we did use network to connect, like for example, Yamaha Rio systems and Focusrite Red nets. Those would be completely networked and interconnected to each other, and it would be like a similar type of signal, right? It would be a similar signal, but not just for audio, And we let's see, a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff we were using on. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. I think they were. Yeah, I think the audio, the distribution was done all through Cat 6 and fiber. But dude, it was that dude that was complicated though, because we needed analog amplification with digital amplification, and we had to figure a way to minimize the digital hiss against analog hiss. There was a lot of the math played into figuring out what's called a phase, and the phase had to be I mean, completely with each other, and if it wasn't, then you would literally get the imbalance between a left and right signal, so you would get this like right if you didn't get it right. Yo, DWAC called that on Twitter. Moving off that, yeah, man. DWAC and Fun, man. Yesterday they freaking launched Telco. uh, Dude, I wish I had. We had some knowledge. I mean, we had to know how to run IPv5, IPv6 networks and understand how that flow went, because of the networked audio, right? But from there, our hardware knowledge was not as vast as it could have been, right? But I mean, in the audio world, bro, it's dude, it's just a little bit of a different world. Arc blasts and DC power zaps. Dude, direct current power zaps. Oh, dude. Oh, today. What did it do today, bro? Nice. Let me check. And did you put a Q on that? Or was that a mistake? Because this thing is still trading as this. Wow. And this should be running with Fun, bro. Or Fun should be running in sympathy to this, too. Not as hard, but still. Guys, little lady's here. Let me go ahead and say goodbye to her. Just a quick moment while I say adios. Powder Slave, you still in here, buddy? Yeah, Danielle, I think the setup would probably be closer to after lunch, or maybe in the power hour. It's still not quite there. I think Tesla, yeah, Tesla would really need a close in 38 minutes beneath the first closure we would need here is a close beneath the 213.54 of the linear regression band. That's the number one, right? And then the actual condition here would I'm not sure if we can get this though, right? So we still need to wait another buck and change for this to close and confirm beneath the 212.18. That would be the play, right? So if we can close beneath the 212.18 of prior day low, that would introduce a nice flip to the downside. But Powder, let me know that you're in here, my dude. And Fern, I will go ahead and take a look at those targets for the SPY as well. Yeah. So we've got to be careful with whatever the Fed says. They have a tendency of kind of mangling the markets. So Powder Slave, this is what we observed here a little bit earlier, right? So this is a 5-minute time frame formation playing out. And what I will say is that, and I will remind you too, I did speak about this in the master's course, your triangle family, these formations have the highest hit rate in the in trading. Okay, so we have the rising wedge, falling wedge, we have the bear and bull pennants, which are symmetrical triangles, ascending and descending triangles. So this formation, as it's building on a downside, this is called a continuation formation. So meaning that you get the downside and then it converges, continues, right? So now when you're observing the falling wedge being built during an upside, that means a reversal formation, meaning that it's set to fail, right? So now, with that said, those four conditions, or those four triangles that I just mentioned, what were they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, those 6 triangles have the highest hit rate in formation analysis. Now, the one with the biggest hit rate that has absolute respect in almost every time frame is your ascending and descending triangles. Those have mathematical properties and are very likely to realize their targets when at breakdown. So this right here is practicing perfectly. This is a breakdown at 75% to the apex of the triangle, traditional setup. Okay, the downside target here would be the clean close candle, and you're looking at a support bounce right at 471.53. And the candle just closed on a 5-minute at a low of 471.50. Banked it. And look at this upside here. You're going to get resistance of the moving averages and the prior bars, potentially the prior bars low. So this was a traditional setup, traditional play. This is technically done. It could continue to the downside some more, but it doesn't have to. Just know that this is the play played out. The play played out just the way that it should, psychologically speaking. And I didn't have to look. I didn't have to look at this line to tell you that that was the end of it. But that's how you measure it. This is the largest potential target at the back of the triangle. Remember, you have your center of the triangle too, which likely played for the shorter time frame already, right? So this is your center of the triangle target, and that played right. I'm sorry. Look at that. Bam. This candle hit right with it. So yeah, these things play out psychologically pretty nicely. Okay, speaking of formation analysis, right? So your triangle family are the best ones to consider. From there, the second best, you would be surprised, but it would be your head and shoulders, and a little, it's not bad with an inverse head and shoulders here and there. Those are your second higher probability formations. Other than that, those would be grouped candle formations, right? But if you're looking at a bi candle formation or like a triple candle formation, then that would be your traditional, 3 white soldiers, 3 black crows, bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish and bearish railways. But the bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing, those and the 3 white soldiers and 3 black crows, those are also really good 2 or 3 candle formations. But dude, it really just depends on how you backtest this. I noticed that the triangle family throughout any time frame in any equity asset has about a 67 to a 72% hit rate in any time frame. So that's pretty good to consider. Not perfect, but pretty good to consider. So it's an averaged, it's a total average, right? So look at how it's holding that support, right? It's kind of like resisting a little bit there. This break here, that's the slide. As soon as you break it, that'll continue. Your next target here would be 471.31. Let's leave this right in here. And you will likely hear this thing go like that. Let's see. Powder Slave saying, "Sweet, thanks. I remember all that in class, and I had decent success with breakout of those triangles, breakdown or breakout. Yeah, I was just wondering about them in the 5-minute. Yeah, dude. Completely discretionary to at best, right? Unless you really start to backtest these in under specific tickers of specific time frame, and that'll get you the tighter read. Just wanted to share some information in regards to the macro environment around the economy, says the People's J. I'm a sales manager for Driveway, or Lithia ticker LAD. In the last month, 6 out of every 10 applications we've been looking at have recent repos in the last 90 days. That means that we're gonna have inflation in Are you talking about cars? Arca, can you chart KO for me? Looking at May $60 strikes and earnings next month. Can you BBJ, do you already have a thesis on that? Okay, so the People's J, that is used car sales are gonna be in like some weird moment. That can impact larger car companies, like new car sales, like GM, Ford. That's a good observation. I think that we could potentially start testing the higher volatility car manufacturers for potential weakness. So if we can look at the higher volatility plays within cars, including the digitals one, actually Buzz Margin Call literally just said Carvana. So Carvana would be one, right? That's ticker symbol CVNA. We would, what other publicly traded? And also, it's just that Ford ticker symbol F doesn't really move as volatile. I don't know about that one. Yeah, credit unions as well, but it's just that banks, I'm a little weird on banks. When you mean 10-year $3,000 payment for my Geo Metro is Yep. Yeah, that's absolutely way too much. So dude, damn it, is bro, geez Louise. No, man. That's yeah, oh yeah, Vroom. They just went bankrupt. Oh yeah, CarMax. Does CarMax have a ticker? CarMax is a great idea. So Ford just got downgraded today. Nice. Double X. Thank you so much for participating in that. Let's take a look at ticker symbol F and see the downgrade, right? So $11.18. This is marking off minus 2.5% decline on the day. And I will say that this probably still has further downside as let me see the bi-daily signal here, or the 12-hour signal. Yeah, 12-hour signal is it is kind of fired off, but stochastics have a slight upside pivot, but this is about to shift to the downside at the close of today in 3.5 hours. So yeah, I think what was the downgrade here? Let me see what they downgraded to. Let's see. Here's the forecast. You have a downgrade to 950, a 15% decline. Wow. $9.50 is decline. This will likely reach it. First support zone likely located at about 1097. Getting short forward may not be the worst idea here for a swing, right? 1081, second support. Third support would be around 1064 before eventually reaching the weekly low of $9.63, where I do believe this can plateau and potentially bounce from there. That would be the highs of November 2020 and the lows of November 2023. Very, very curious. Very curious. Super freaking duper. Holy crap. Lithia owns about 350 stores. We move inventory for all of them around the country. Used cars are moving. It's the new inventory sitting. That's getting scary. Yeah, so used car sales are going to go through the roof. So if ever, I think in about another month or two, there could be the opportunity to get rid of your used car for a bigger bang for the buck, right? Before that relieves, and then used cars are going to be down on a dip again. So yeah, this may be a good opportunity to get rid of some used vehicles at top dollar, and also consider the area in which you're selling that used vehicle for. So anyone want to buy a Geo Metro for $100K? Ian saying, I'm keeping my Corolla. I love that car. Dude, for real, my brother, Toyota Corolla is, definitely that thing will hit 250,000, 300,000 miles if kept, if you keep it with, being nice to it. Don't floor it, Because what year is it, by the way, Ian? Is it a newer one? Those super duper Corolla looking like sports car ones? Oh yeah, the 2010. Yeah. That's Corolla S. Nice. Very cool car, by the way. The little is it a white? It has the little S symbol in the symbol in the back right. I remember that car, man. A lot of people liked it. It was popular. Nice. Yeah, Toyotas don't need maintenance. Yeah, depending on your type of driving, right? So if you're in the city, I would definitely consider 3,000 to 4,000, right? And especially if you're on synthetic. If you convert it to synthetic already, then that's a little more expensive. I would start at 2010, brother. Every 25,000 miles, you want to take a look at your the fluid in the bushings, right? So that may be corroded, and your car may be experiencing a little bit of tension into getting up to the speeds. So that may be something that you want to take a look at. Arca, did you see the Supercross event over the weekend? Dudes couldn't keep their bikes upright. San Francisco, yes, I did. I'm keeping up with the Supercross events, by the way. I also raced competitively. But dude, yeah, San Francisco was absolutely ridiculous, right? Completely raining all over the track. And I'm very excited for this weekend, as it's going to be Anaheim 2. Super stoked, by the way, man. My bro. That's why you asked. Oh man, dude, I am absolutely a big fan of Supercross and motocross, both indoor and outdoor. I'm even a fan of straight rhythm too. I've been watching some of the some of the old dogs race against the newer ones, man. You'll catch your Travis Pastrana in there. You'll catch your I think I saw, who was it? Dude, who was it? I just saw someone else. I forgot who it was. Dude, so been a fan for a long time. Roger DeCoster was my favorite a long time ago. Dude, Roger DeCoster was racing out there with freaking Bob Hanna. And he's Suzuki's team manager now. So, I think KTM's new manager is Nathan Ramsey, which is freaking awesome. I think it was KTM. I'm not sure if it was Husqvarna, but yeah, dude, I'm a total nerd for that, dude. I raced competitively for a long time. He was number one in several different stuff. Yeah, he was. Yeah, definitely, man. That dude and his accent, Roger DeCoster, man, he's a tough guy, and he's still going at it, man. He was there at Nations or whatever, with that kid. I forgot his name. Ian saying Bubba Stewart and Pastrana along with OG riders. Dude, Ian, you know it too, man. Wyndham, you're missing Lusk. You're missing, OG before that. Yeah. Dude, right after Bubba, it was that dude. I used to race with him, by the way. I used to race with the guy on the Kawasaki with a V. His last name with a V. What was it again? The dude who won right after Bubba left, retired. He started winning just as Bubba left. Damn it! Fucking forgot his name. No. Yes, I did race in Texas, but I didn't. Yeah, Ryan Villapoto, I can't tell you how many races I raced against that guy. I stopped racing right when the 4-strokes came out. I was racing 125s. I was a local pro, endorsed by Saugus Suzuki Fox. Yeah. I think I did, Ian. And also, dude, you ever hear about the Ponca City, Oklahoma Nationals? Also the Las Vegas World Mini Grand Prix, dude. All those, man, all those. Yeah, man. And back in the day, one of the most competitive tracks here was Glen Helen, which was next to what was then the Blockbuster Pavilion. It's now called the Nokia Theater. Yeah, all over the place, dude. Ian, we may have met. Best race is Paris Dakar, but they don't have it anymore. I'm 2 miles. No way, BBJ. You're 2 miles from Glen Helen, bro. That track, man. One of the most competitive outdoor motocross tracks ever built, dude. Especially when they extended it, for the pro races. They extended it all the way up to the top hill. That's where, dude. I remember this one time, dude, me and Villapoto back and forth in Glen Helen, dude, on a race. Dude, but this was the impressive thing was that he was on a 105cc and I was on a 125 and the guy was still pushing. And I was like, dude, no way. This guy is so fast. Right. So, it was completely modded, stupid modded. The 105, the 100s, it was like, I'm sure that fool had it at 112. Yeah, options. I raced both Supercross and motocross. competitively. For a long time, for years, dude, for years. I have like magazines with me in them and stuff. You dirty dog, you. Honda, Toyota, and Subarus will run till the frame rots. Yeah, dude, if you take good care of them. And I used to be in that biz. Dude, awesome. Yeah, dude, so BBJ saying I raced my truck there, short course a few times. That's awesome. BBJ, I know that's a really versatile track, because I remember that they even had the Couch Riders, man. They had their whole series there too. You know what I mean? Ian, do you know what I mean when I'm saying the Couch Riders? You know who that is? Don't you tell me you don't. I'll kick you in the butt. BBJ, do you know who that is? Dude. Yes, sir. Couch Riders. Forgot, man. Those are the quads, man. Those are the quads. The freaking quads are the Couch Riders, dude. They would just ruin the ruts, bro. It was just, man, I hated racing after the quads. It really messed up the track. Roberto saying, is that Arca? Nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Dude, freaking athlete, man. In training and stuff, dude. I was really, me and my brother, man. My brother has world titles too. Friend 5 got me a sweet Honda 440 EX built for the desert. Dude, that's a dual sport. It has a light on it, right? 4-stroke, huge big stroker, man. You couldn't get a decent line to ride. Nope. There is the target you heard that little beep? Check it out. Dude, right there. What did I tell you, man? That was for Powder Slave, giving him the target here that was acquired. Bam! And then inflection, brakes. Your target is 471.05. My friend hated when people said Couch Riders, always a battle. I still have my Honda 450X. Dude, wow. Yeah, my brother actually started riding the 250Fs at the time, and I was still on the 125s. I was still on a 2-stroke. It's just, dude, the 4-strokes were so damn difficult to turn on after you fell. So it was such a challenge, and I'm like, dude, I'm just, this 125 is going to have to do it here. Right? So, oh, man. So I had one of the first 450 Hondas, got it out of Canada. Frame number, dude, that was my brother's racing number. It was 254. Mine was 354. If you ever saw the trucks, it was Speedy Racing. Senor Pennington. On which ticker? And oh, I see. Yeah, dude, the electric starts, man. That I was like, what? When I saw that, I was like, what the hell? I was like, you gotta be kidding. They took the racing out of racing. I was an old man, man. I was an old man just getting super bitter. I'm like, you understand how hard it was for me to freaking pick up that bike and start pumping that motherfucker? I got super pissed when I saw those electric starts. I'm like, you in launch control on when it first started on Kawasaki's? Hell no, bro. The hell? What you mean launch control? It was my freaking middle finger on my clutch versus my throttle. You know, it was my back brake, my clutch work, and my freaking throttle. That was my launch control, dude. The hell? I was immediately blown away, man. Barstow for 30 minutes crash and try to kickstart the bike. I never get it started. In fact, 1 year at Power Cruise, the guy crashed his brand new Lambo. Damn, that sucks. Oh my goodness. So Tesla, you said 5-minute pennant. Bear pennant. Dude, this is definitely a bear pennant. Good eye. Holy crap. My boy here is approaching the oh my goodness, dude, this is approaching breakdown. Oh, bro, dude, that is insane. Yeah, man. I was a big fan watching Bubba Stewart on the 125 class. He changed once he went into 250s. But dude, I was there the 2002, 2003 outdoor seasons. Those were the sickest seasons watching that full rip. I don't know that I've seen anyone in my life rip that hard on the outdoor tracks. I mean, dude, it was just he was an animal, bro. Animal. Monster stamina. Yeah, man. And do you remember, Ian? He literally invented the scrub, bro. That's a full-on thing today. No one gets away not doing that without, like, dude, if you're not doing that, you're not moving fast enough. You gotta scrub the tops, man. He was going so damn fast that he had to do it. That's how sick he was. He was the first one to clear the 125, Loracco's leap. Dude, lots of stuff. Roberto saying Bubba destroyed the field here in Minnesota in the 250, lapped second place. That sounds like it was when it was raining. 2005. Was that Redbud? Or I'm sorry, where? No. Holy crap, I forgot. That was, I think, 2005 or 2006, and it was entirely mud. Please tell me that it wasn't that. Dude, I know the series like pretty good from 1996 and on, like all the way from watching McGrath and Emig. Question about the 2-day Tesla firing. The stochastic momentum is pretty low down already. Will that matter? So, Powder Slave, when you're looking at volatility, this is the bi-daily expansion read. So this means, so first of all, I don't know if you remember me saying this, but this is the second largest historical iteration where Tesla has been sitting at contraction. So the second largest historical time on the bi-daily. The first time was 10 bi-daily bars, and that was back in 2013. We just closed 6. We haven't had this many since then. And this is why I was saying that, around 2 weeks ago, that this is likely to make a 30 to 40 point move to the downside based on this fact alone. And we're at 98% the signal fired here, man. We still don't have the moving average at the 15% or above. So, this contraction right now, it's not allowing this to continue expanding. So it's hard for me to say exactly when, unless we do start capitulating or moving up. So we need volatility either way in order for us to just like bleep this thing to the top. As soon as this moving average crosses above the 15 percentile, bro, it is over. That would be the signal fired. We would then start scouting a potential entry, and then we'll, rip it. It wasn't raining on that race. But about that time, was muddy. It rained up onto the day of, dude. I think I remember that. What was the name of that track though? It wasn't Redbud? No, right? That's in I get them confused also. Like I forget where Bud's Creek is as well. No, I don't know that the drop is tomorrow because we just got the bi-daily open today. So the drop may actually be on, what day is it today? Today is, Wednesday? The drop may actually be on Friday. Makes sense. Fridays are usually red. But yeah, man, I think Tesla may actually get to play a downside here. That the targets are going to be very clear too. Me personally, Galvin, it really, because I'm trading a smaller account and building from it. Let me take a look. Let me open up DAS Trader and pull up the options chain on Tesla. Hold on. Okay, so Tesla, yeah, it's there's very expensive options, but yeah, if you're looking to hold, until this like massive drop happens, I'm able to afford like the 170 put February 16. So the 170 strike and maybe the 165 strikes. It depends if you want to play rough or not, right? So yeah, playing rough would be those the 170 165s, the safer ones. Absolutely, 200, 205s. Those are way safer, and they're likely to reach like a valuation of around $1,400 per contract, and they're worth right now around $700 or $800. Uh, Powder Slave, because of my pocket, because of my deep pockets. I'm sorry, because of my not so deep pockets. I literally can't afford to pay something that big, right? I am not opening any risk on this because I can't even trade. My DAS trader is not allowing me. Oh, right. Oh, dude, I knew that it was one of those. I was saying Redbud or Bud's Creek, but it's Spring Creek, Minnesota. Dude, oh my goodness. And that's part of the outdoor season. Yeah, man, it's a historic track. Let's see. Yeah, I remember it having like this. It's like in a little. It's like it's like inside of like this crater, sort of. Because there are like these. You can see, you have visibility over the entire track. I know. Yeah, it's like in a valley. That's right. I love that track because of that. It's also the cameras, man. They're able to capture everything. I've never actually been. BBJ, I live 15 minutes from LACR, and that would be part of the Gold Cup series, or maybe as a car, maybe for car racing, but I don't know that LACR is still around for motocross and super motocross. Sorry, um, maybe I'm not sure, but it was out here, man, where we picked up our the 150. I think we used 115 octane. It was the VP Racing Fuels. We bought it out here. It was near LACR. Used to drag race in LACR too, dude. Oh yeah, I remember. It's been, yeah, at least, I mean, more than a decade for sure. Here's a resistance of Tesla at that regression. Let's see if it respects it. But there is another track. It was you live close to Ryan Dungey? No way. That's awesome. Freaking huge champion. They built a high school on my old drag strip? No way. Yeah, it's kind of resisting from the regression team. So I do think that this does have a declining regression. Let's see if it actually beats it. This could be the fake out before the breakdown. Probably moved up to a nicer climate. Maybe, right? Who knows, dude? Sometimes people move out to nicer dirt areas. No, not at all. Well, as far as which one? See, the thing here is that you would be betting that this would fail all of these supports, and I don't know that it will. in my personal opinion, I would really wait for a close beneath 212.18 before considering any type of position on this. Myself speaking. I was just watching Ken Roxon on the Straight Rhythm. Danielle, what I was thinking here is that there could be, I think the play may not be here until Power Hour. Why we buy the February 16th options on Tesla and not the January 26th? Because the January 26th are too close. And you don't want to hold options. We're talking about the 26th being next Friday. You don't want to hold options beyond Tuesday next week. So the next safest one would be either February 2nd or I'm sorry, February 9th or the 16th, honestly. Did it? It took profit and then it V-shaped recovery. But remember, this is the SMA 50 validation. This could be just a retracement here to validate the SMA 50 before a continuation. Powder Slave, I'm not gonna play this because I don't have any I don't have my broker. I'm telling you, they're switching banks, and I still don't have a way to trade. So, um, but but you're talking about the Tesla play, right? I first of all, the signal for me is almost there. It's increasing little by little. So at this point, I feel like I personally would just wait for that. Is it safer to take in the money? Yes, it's always safer to take in the money puts, but they're not as volatile. And that means that you'll be out of the money until break even. So you're just gonna gain really slowly because the idea is to get a close to the like an at the money contract, so that when it runs into the money, you'll get uh you'll get that gamma and delta and implied volatility a harmony. Yeah, seriously. Options just said sure. He said guys making 20% in a day is more than most hedge funds make their clients in a year. Arca Bulls family. Oh, dude, that's funny. I mean, it's true. It's true. Some of these hedge funds will promise you a 7 to 10%. I mean, a Roth IRA is a 7 to 10% uh, ROI on an annual basis. You know, S&P 500, it's like a 10.46% return annually. We're talking about daily gainers here, way beyond that. uh, Implied volatility, implied because it's injected into the options contract and rejected. So so volatility, when price action starts to show expansion, implied volatility plus is what you're looking at. When you start to contract from critical expansion, that's implied volatility minus. So if you start reaching maximum volatility with price action either declining or increasing, you may encounter something that's called an implied volatility pump. So that means that you'll get max volatility injected into the options contract. So options contracts are completely dependent on volatility. You know, so if you're getting max expansion and you're breaking beyond key inflection points, price action slides. It like when price action slides and it just continues, that implied volatility will max out and it'll completely convert your delta into a huge, it may triple it, you know, or quadruple it. It just may freaking 4x it. You never know. But yeah, it's a volume metric that that an options contract uses for injecting delta or releasing from delta. It's a little much to explain, but I hope that was injecting delta. That's you finessing your delta. You're like, you know, good boy. Patting it in the top, you know. Gets excited. The implied volatility pump. The idea is to get the options contract before an IV pump. And that usually happens at max contraction. Hence why I'm telling you that the signal must beat the 15%. Ow, boy! So then you could get February 16th expiries right before an IV pump. Yes, for every 1% or 1 point that implied volatility moves up, that'll be whatever implied volatility equals times 100 because of the 100 shares. So if you have a 0.007, that would be 0.007 times 100 of the options contracts. I'm sorry, of the options contract, right? Or the shares under the underlying added to your delta. So that would be for every percentage up. So 100 to 101 would be the 007 times 100, you know, 102, another 007, 103, another 007. And then at one point, volatility just increases like crazy. It'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll just continue up, and it's just multiplying all of those 007s times all of those points. It's insane. I would be able to see it from a buy daily too. It's a little ugly, but it's sort of there. It's like you're talking about this. Is that what you mean? Galvin, you are here, bro. You just joined it. There's no way you would be in this chat if you weren't joined. Oh, your brother wants to join. Dude. That was Galvin. So from what was it? I'm not gonna point him out. But my brother, my own brother, just finally got in, and he had to pay because I can't manipulate the stupid thing. I can't manipulate my damn system to allow people that I want. Dude, literally family members are having to pay me to enter and listen to me. Oh my goodness, dude. All of the analysts are outside, like Alpha Trader. He's in the free section. Off Grid Gorilla. He's also an analyst. Dude, every single one of them. Look, Fern5 just made it in here. I think yesterday he was like, bro, I'm just tired. I'm just going to pay you. Dude. He goes, so that's why I paid double. Oh, man. Yeah, let me give you the link now. I think I have it still pasted here. show differently on your end? But Galvin, thank you so much. That really means a lot. Vincent, what is up, my dude? What are you saying, man? By Friday, will GTI 8 hit 1750 and Finger 225? The shorters are criminals. Let's see. Hold on. I can't tell you like if dude. Is brother, I put out several warnings about the 4302 zone, right? So I was saying that if somebody was saying, Arca, what do you mean you shielded? What do you mean 10 cents? And I was like, dude, that's an actual target. It's actually 989. But it would be breaking the inflection, and it's a 3-year inflection. Let's see. Yeah, this chop area here was 2021, right? And the lowest point was that 4302 target. So that I spoke about breaking the 4302, that price action would zigzag into the 10-cent target, where you can find a very, very small daily gap top. Right, so first of all, yeah, there is one at 1083, but it's actually, I believe I found it right here. I thought it was 989. I'm sorry, it's 999. Right there. That gap. That is where I'm expecting price action to eventually reach. Now, if it doesn't reach that 999, then it would actually be the 1199 at this gap. But who knows? Brother? There's just it was just a thesis that I put together based on the breaking of a key of a key support, and that support level was a historical support and one that was not ideal to break. Right up here, cannot break that, and price action started capitulating. Right, so now it's testing its prior day lows of 2150. It just broke it now, 2127. This is likely to start sliding down. Okay, the next target here, this would be 1998. 1998, the range would be 1901. Okay, brother, heads up on that. Be very safe. Your next inflection point would be 16 to 1497. Bobby, you did it. Roberto. Yeah, that was the validation of the resistance, right? So yeah, break it. Remember, the SMA 50 on a 5-minute is a strong moving average. But team, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream here. I need to get to my son because the boy is awake over there, and I don't want him to give a hard time to my daughter. But yeah, team, I do expect some continued pressure. This is what I meant. Look, this is the fake out. I said that this would be getting closer to the breakdown zone. And that is exactly what is happening. I wince at my stupidity and financial loss. That said, I learned an incredible lesson, and that's always good. Yeah, mine was AMC, so that sucks. Team, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for coming on by. And please remember that the only reason I'm streaming live right now is so that my analysts can see it from the outside. As soon as I get this damn Discord fixed, and I'm telling you, they're telling me any day now. Well, they said yesterday, right? I will go silent, and I will be trading with the Arca Bulls trading team in private. So please make sure to get yourself inside of the Arca Bulls trading community following that link that I just posted. Appreciate you, team. Very, very, very much appreciate you. Thank you so much, Arca. Kiss the baby. And have a great day. You too, Danielle. Thank you so much for everything. Senior Pennington, options. Hashtag Geo Metro. Gal, you're very welcome. Adios to you, my friend. Yeah, let's go ahead and trigger it. Oh boy. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, never, never. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very good rest of your day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios. Oh yeah.